we have another triple R cut. Of course, freeing up more liquidity doesn't mean that we'll necessarily see that appetite for borrowing.
Yeah, that's right. We have seen a lot of capacity for banks to lend over this course of this year, but it still hasn't really been that demand coming through from businesses and from individual households as well. But the focus today very much on this triple R cut. It did take some by the market, by surprise rather, in the market. A little bit signaled though via local media there as well. But it is significant because it's just really the latest tool that policymakers are using now to try and stimulate the economy. So it is really another step trying to give them more capacity to lend into the market. The triple R cut, it takes place on Friday. It was announced overnight, and banks are now going to need to hold 7.4% on a weighted average. That's a 25 basis point reduction from what it was prior. Now, the reason for doing this now, it really relates back to bond issuance in the country, because local governments, they're really now coming against a deadline. It's September to issue their so-called quota of special bonds. These are the bonds that are used to fund local infrastructure projects. And so banks are the ones that really dominate the China debt market. And so in that sort of environment or context where you have a lot of debt issuance coming out, banks taking up that liquidity really becomes the big issue here. So that's the problem that the PBOC is trying to solve.